TikToks are meant to be funny, but sometimes they go beyond just funny and become terrifying. We will bring sinister to your life by highlighting the 6 scariest TikToks in the world. Number 6, the Shadow Man. This TikTok video will shake your soul. It's going viral with the hashtag the scariest TikTok on internet. The Shadow Man, a mysterious figure that haunts the deepest and darkest corners of TikTok. He is a ghostly figure, a faceless entity that creeps up on unsuspecting users, stalking them through their screens. No one knows where he came from or what he wants, but one thing is for sure. Those who have encountered him will never be the same again. His presence is felt through the grainy footage that occasionally pops up on TikTok, showcasing a dark, shrouded figure almost as solid as the objects around him. It's as if he's been around for an eternity, watching and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Some say he's the spirit of an unhappy soul who's been doomed to roam the digital world, never finding rest. Others believe he's AI that went rogue, a digital demon that has taken on a life of its own. Whatever the truth, the Shadow Man has become a legend on TikTok, with users sharing their encounters and warning others to be careful of what they post. His dark, brooding presence fills the hearts of those who have witnessed him with terror, and his impact on TikTok has been immense. So beware, my friend, as you scroll through your feeds, keep an eye out for the Shadow Man. You never know when he might emerge from the shadows and come for you. Number 5, the Possession. Once you see this, you'll be checking over your shoulder for the rest of your life. It tells the story of a person slowly being overtaken by an evil entity. The TikTok starts off innocently enough, but as it progresses, the person begins to behave strangely and frighteningly. At first, small things like twitching and speaking in a deep guttural voice. But as the entity takes hold, the person's behavior becomes increasingly erratic. They exhibit unnatural strength and agility, and their eyes glow with an otherworldly light. The Possession TikTok is a masterclass in suspense and terror. As the person continues to be consumed by the entity, you can feel the fear and tension building. The visuals are unsettling, and the sound effects are enough to make you jump out of your skin. The climax of TikTok is a scene that you won't soon forget. The possessed person confronts their loved ones, and the struggle to control their body becomes a battle for their soul. The scene is intense and deeply unsettling, and you'll find yourself holding your breath as you wait to see what happens next. Number 4, the Monster in the Closet. You will be checking your closet every 10 minutes after watching this terrifying clip. The Monster in the Closet TikTok has to be the scariest TikTok video you'll ever see. It features a person minding their own business when suddenly they hear a noise coming from their closet. With a mixture of fear and curiosity, they slowly approach the closet, and with a deep breath, they reach out and open the door. What they find inside is something straight out of a horror movie. A monster jumps out of the closet, and the person runs for their life as the monster chases them down the hall. The beast is terrifying, with its razor-sharp teeth and glowing eyes. The sound of its footsteps make your heart race, and the sight of it sprinting after the person makes you want to hide under the covers. The chase scene is so intense that it puts you on the edge of your seat. The person runs as fast as they can, dodging furniture and turning corners in a desperate attempt to escape. The monster is relentless, and as it gets closer and closer, you'll find yourself holding your breath, waiting for the inevitable. The Monster in the Closet TikTok is the perfect example of how to create fear with a simple concept. The idea of a monster hiding in your closet is something that we've all been afraid of at some point of our lives. And this TikTok takes that fear and amplifies it to the extreme. Number 3, Haunted Melody. The Haunting Melody TikTok will forever change your perspective on music. From the moment this melody starts playing, you can feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. The song is a dissonant, off-key, eerie, captivating tune. It's the kind of music you can't ignore. Once you hear it, it will stay with you forever. As the melody continues to play, the accompanying visuals are enough to give you nightmares. Shadows stretch and dance across the stream, creating an atmosphere of unease and fear. The camera moves through dark, creepy spaces, and you can feel a tension building with each passing moment. The haunting melody TikTok is the perfect example of how music and visuals can combine to create something frightening. The melody is so disturbing that it will send shivers down your spine, and the visuals are so creepy that you'll find yourself looking over your shoulder to make sure you're alone. After reaching the climax, the melody grows louder and more intense, and the visuals become more and more unsettling. At this point, you'll realize that the haunting melody TikTok is not just a video, but an experience. An experience that will leave you feeling scarred, disturbed, and completely captivated. Number 2, the doll collection. This video clip will surely give you goosebumps and terrify your soul. It features a person with an extensive collection of dolls. As they move through the room, the dolls seem to come to life. At first, it's just tiny movements, a twitch of a finger, and a head tilt. But as the TikTok progresses, the activities become more pronounced, and the doll stares at the camera with empty, lifeless eyes. The doll collection TikTok is a masterclass in suspense and horror. The dolls are both eerie and fascinating, and as the movements become more pronounced, you can feel the fear and tension building. The visuals are unsettling, and the sound effects are enough to make you jump out of your skin. The climax of TikTok is a scene that you won't soon forget. The person turns to leave the room, and as they do, the doll moves in unison, as if they're following their every move. The scene is intense and deeply unsettling, and you'll find yourself holding your breath as you wait to see what happens next. The doll collection TikTok is a perfect example of how to create fear and suspense with just a few simple elements. The idea of dolls coming to life has been a staple of horror for decades, and this TikTok takes that concept and turns it into a genuinely frightening experience. Before we get to our last clip, be sure to subscribe to our channel if you are enjoying this video and want to see more just like this one. Number 1, Ghost in the Hallway. This TikTok is a video that will make you look twice every time you walk down a dark corridor. We're not kidding. See it for yourself. It features a person walking down a long, dimly lit hallway, suddenly feeling like they're being watched. In the beginning, the person brushes it off as if it's their imagination, but as they continue to walk down the hall, they start to see glimpses of something out of the corner of their eyes. The glimpses become more frequent and intense until the person is sure that something is there with them. The Ghost in the Hallway TikTok is full of suspense and terror. The sense of unease built up as the person walks down the hallway is palpable, and you'll find yourself holding your breath as you wait to see what happens next. The visuals are unsettling, and the sound effects are enough to make you jump out of your skin. The climax of TikTok is a scene that you won't ever forget. The person turns around to face the entity, and as they do, they see the ghostly apparition in all its frightening glory. The scene is intense and extremely unsettling, and you'll find yourself gasping in shock as the ghost disappears in the thin air. The Ghost in the Hallway TikTok is the perfect example of one of the scariest TikToks on the internet. The idea of being followed by an unseen entity is something that is both frightening and relatable, and this TikTok takes that concept and turns it into a genuinely terrifying experience. These were just horror situations people created themselves. But for something even more sinister, check out this scary footage that is going to shake the hell out of your soul. But you know what's even more scary than our next featured uprising? That's what will happen to you if you don't watch another one of our scary videos.